gentlemen. Keep coming in. I know those trees are shady. All right. All right. Welcome everybody to Haywood County Pride. Good morning to all your lovely faces. For those of you that don't know, my name is Tara McIntosh. I'm the founder of Idea of Haywood County, and it's the vehicle behind the person power that puts on this event. I'm also a part of the leadership team of Pride on Main, which is a nonprofit that puts on this event and other initiatives here in Haywood County. So first thing, I want you to look around. This is what love looks like. This is what courage looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what resilience looks like. We are gathered here not quietly, but boldly and together. And that matters because for far too long, too many of us have been told that this region isn't for us, that queer folks couldn't thrive here, that queer folks didn't live here, that we had to go somewhere else to be ourselves, to be safe, to be celebrated. But queer folks have been here. They are still here. And we surely aren't going anywhere but up and onward. This Pride celebration wasn't put together by a national group or sponsor. It was dreamed up and built sign by sign, step by step, flag by flag, dollar by dollar, idea by idea, by volunteers, by neighbors, by small businesses, by people who have lived here their whole lives, and people who just got here and said, this place is worth investing in. People who love this region and people who most importantly love all of their neighbors. That's radical. That's Appalachia at its best.
All right.
If you are a volunteer that has helped in some way, maybe a sponsorship, maybe feedback, maybe passing out flyers, making signs, or planning event details, or giving your time, raise your hand or come forward. And some of them might be busy. It's not just the people wearing volunteer shirts today, it's the businesses, it's people that helped in the planning up to this day that maybe just wanted to celebrate the day on their own, but helped hand out flyers beforehand. You gave your time, and we thank you. I'd like to thank my leadership team, Randy, Maggie, Rob, Annie, Kim, Sam, Courtney, Kara, John, Julia, Kristen, Alden, Carrie, Laura, Linz, so many others. Whether you're here and out and proud or still figuring things out, whether you're an ally who shows up and speaks up, or whether you're just now starting to feel seen for the first time, you belong here in Haywood County. Today isn't just a party, it's a promise that we will continue to carve out spaces of safety and celebration, that we will fight for each other, care for each other, and show the next generation that they never have to hide who they are. Tonight, a native Haywood County drag performer will perform at her elementary school gymnasium. A dream that seemed intangible to a fifth grader 20 years ago. Annie, where are you? I know you're here. This is Annie. So tonight, Annie will perform in her elementary gymnasium, something she never thought would happen. And Cameron, who came to their first Pride last year, Cameron, where are you at? Come on up, Cam. Cameron came to their first Pride last year, and they'll be riding the Pride on Main float. Cameron, how old are you?
12.
Okay? So Cameron, see all these people? They are your chosen family. They care, they love you as they are, and they are here as your circle of safety, as our circle of safety. Today we give the Annies and the Camerons and even the Taras and all y'all the power of belonging, the power of authenticity, the power of community. So thank you all for showing up today. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for helping us build a version of home where the lights are always on for everyone. All right, so next we're gonna have Chuck Dixon here to bring you greetings from the town of Waynesville as council member and mayor pro tem of the town of Waynesville, Chuck Dixon.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day to stand together here in the heart of Waynesville and to say loudly, proudly, and enthusiastically, Happy Pride. As the Mayor Pro Tem of the town of Waynesville, it is an honor to welcome you as we officially kick off this year's Pride Parade and Festival. Just a few weeks ago, the Waynesville Town Council passed a resolution officially declaring June as Pride Month in Waynesville. This declaration is more than symbolic. It is a clear public affirmation of our town's ongoing commitment to the rights, dignity, and equality of our LGBTQIA plus residents and visitors. This resolution stands as a promise that in Waynesville you are seen, you are valued, you are supported, not just during Pride, but all year long. That in our town, everyone belongs. That here you can be who you are and love who you love, openly, safely, and proudly. To Tara, IDEA, and all the organizers and volunteers who have made this day possible, thank you for your hard work, your heart, and your hope. To everyone here, whether you're LGBTQIA+, a proud ally, a longtime advocate, or celebrating your first Pride, thank you for your courage, your joy, and for showing up. Your presence matters, your voice matters, and something else matters, your vote. Your vote matters, and it will matter this coming November as we vote to re-elect Waynesville Town Council member Anthony Sutton to another term on the Waynesville Town Council. Anthony is the first out gay elected official in Western North Carolina, west of Asheville. He serves our town with passion and integrity, and we thank Councilmember Sutton for his leadership and his example. He makes our town better, and he makes us all proud. Not only in local elections, but in state elections, your vote matters. This year, Allison Riggs, defender of equality and freedom, won her seat on the North Carolina Supreme Court by only 734 votes statewide. We gave her that margin right here in Haywood County. Don't ever say your vote is not important. Now more than ever, if you don't vote, you may be helping elect someone who will deny health care to transgender persons, someone who will allow employment discrimination based on gender identity, or someone who will vote to deny you the right to marry the person you love. Freedom will continue to be on the ballot for LGBTQIA+ persons in every election. We must be vigilant, and we must continue the fight for equality. So let's celebrate today, and let's get back to work tomorrow with today's joy and love to sustain us. Happy Pride Day, happy Pride Month. Have a great parade and festival.
right, next we have our parade marshal, Cat FM. Cat is an Emmy-nominated singer, songwriter, actress known for her performance in various genres including jazz, blues, Motown, R&B, rock, and pop. She's appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, was a finalist on America's Got Talent, was nominated for an Emmy for her contribution to Hands of Hope Music Project, and has performed for many past presidents like Bill Clinton. She was the featured performer at the wrap party for the movie Patch Adams, and starring Robin Williams, sang the national anthem for an event featuring General Powell. In 2008, she opened 2 shows in California for Shaka Khan. In addition to her musical career, she's a social justice advocate for change and the wife of Patrice, both WNC residents for the past almost 30 years. Kat, thank you for showing up today and bringing us your queer joy.
Well, hello, Haywood. Again, my name is Cat Williams, and I am so honored when I was asked to be your Grand Marshal for your parade today. Thank you. I've been married to my wife now. Our anniversary, it's our anniversary weekend. Yes. And we've been together for 12 years. And I tell you, her last name is Boudreaux. She's from the deep part of Louisiana. And it was very interesting, her and I, when she brought me home. It was kind of like our modern version of Look Who's Coming to Dinner. And we've had her parents are the most amazing people I have ever met, because they're devout Catholics, and we had extensive talks about love and religion and acceptance and dignity. And they refer to me when we go out as their daughter-in-law. I'd never thought that I'd hear them say that. As I say, my wife raised them well. But her dad is my best friend. He just passed away last year. And he was my best friend, and we'd call each other because he was a diehard LSU fan. And of course, I'm Alabama Roll Tide. And so we'd have these extensive talks about religion and politics and just overall love. I love my in-laws. Even though some of us may not agree with each other, but I love them. I always come at them with love. And I do truly believe that love conquers all. And I'm not gonna change who I am. I came out the closet a long time ago, and I refuse to go back in. And as they say, I am what I am. I am what I am, and what I am. Do y'all know this song? Well, I would know it too if it popped up on my phone. I am my own special creation. So come take a look, give me the hook or an ovation. It's my world that I want to have a little pride to live in. Yes, I only life not worth a damn till I can say I am who I am. I am what I am. I don't want praise, I don't want pity. I bang my own drum. Some think it's noise, I think it's pretty. And so, what if I love each special sparkle? Why not try see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till I can shout, I am what I am. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kat. Next, we're going to welcome John Arrowood, the NC Court of Appeals. Judge John Arrowood was the first and so far only LGBT candidate to win a statewide election in the South. Judge Arrowood is running for re-election to his seat in 2026. He was born in Burnsville in Yancey County. After graduating from law school at UNC Chapel Hill, he clerked for Judge Gerald Arnold and was staff attorney and the head of the staff attorney's office at the court. He then practiced law in Charlotte for 26 years and is in his 10th year as a judge. He served on the board of Equality NC, the LGBT Victory Institute, and still serves on the board of LGBT Victory Action. Judge?
Good morning, Western North Carolina, Haywood County, and Waynesville. It's great to be back in the mountains where my roots are. I'm happy to be here to talk to you about why elections are important. And I'll start that off by saying happy anniversary, because 10 years ago yesterday, we obtained the right to marry who we love in the Obergefell case. But folks, those rights, as the councilman said, are on the ballot every election. Who you vote for, who you elect, who you go knock doors for, all of those things are important. And you may say, well, I know why the U.S. Supreme Court is important. I know why the North Carolina Supreme Court is important, but why is the North Carolina Court of Appeals important? Well, let me tell you. There are 15 of us. We sit in panels of 3. We are the last appeal right for most cases. We hear all the criminal cases other than those where the death penalty is imposed, all civil cases except those that go to the business court, all your workers' comp cases, all your cases from administrative agencies except general rate cases from the Utilities Commission. When the court was initially constituted and when I was there as the staff attorney, if it was a 2-to-1 vote, you had a right, an absolute right to appeal to the Supreme Court. In the last budget from the legislature, they did away with that right. So now the only way to get from us to the Supreme Court is by virtue of them agreeing to take it. And the Chief Justice said yesterday, they take about 80 cases a year. We hear about 1,500 cases a year. So who sits on your Court of Appeals is important. Judicial races ideally should not be partisan. However, that's not what they are in North Carolina. In North Carolina, judicial races are partisan. And so I am a Democrat. There are 3 Democratic seats at the Court of Appeals that'll be on your ballot. And these are the only 3 Democrats on the Court of Appeals, and will all be on your ballot in 2026. I will be there. Judge Toby Hampson will be there. There will be an open seat where Chris and James are running in the Democratic primary. And most importantly, Justice Anita Earle's seat will be back on the ballot. We won in 18. We need your help to win again. It is important, folks, for us to do well in Western North Carolina. There are 40 counties in this state where I got less than 40% of the vote. Many of those are in the West. I'm not asking you to help me win all of these counties. I'm asking you to help me narrow the margins. Talk to your friends. Talk to the folks at your church or your synagogue. Talk to the folks in your Rotary clubs and all of that to tell them about why these elections are important. If you want to learn more about me, go to www.keepjudgearwood.com. But folks, I'm more than this. I'm a person of faith, and I believe that God is love. I've been a faithful member at St. Peter's Episcopal Church for 30 years. I've been on the vestry. I've been the chancellor for the congregation. So folks, don't let them tell you that they can't be a Christian and vote for a Democrat. I know what that's been said in the churches in these places. That is not true. So folks, I need your help. It's Judge John S. Haywood. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, and happy Pride.
All right, we're gonna be 5 minutes behind, but that's okay because we're the gays. Okay, we're the queer people. We're always late. At least my wife is always late. Sorry. All right, next we have Matthew Aycock. Him is the president of LGBT Democrats in North Carolina, a longtime advocate for our communities, worked for the HRC, Human Rights Campaign, Equality North Carolina, as well as the historic presidential campaigns of Obama and Harris.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Matthew Aycock. I use he, him pronouns, and I am the president of LGBTQ Democrats of North Carolina. It's an honor to be with you all here today during Pride Month, a time when we can come together to celebrate the strength and resilience of our community, as well as to remember those who fought for a better future where all of us could live freely and fully. But as you know, that future is under threat. The statistics are clear. LGBTQ people are far more likely to experience homelessness, to be bullied at school or in the workplace, and to face systemic barriers to safety and security. That's exactly why days like today matter. In Haywood County and in counties like it across North Carolina, LGBTQ affirming spaces and events are more than just celebrations. They are sanctuaries. They remind people, especially our young people, that they are not alone, that they are loved, and that they belong right here in North Carolina too. So the North Carolina Democratic Party proudly stands with the LGBTQ community of Haywood County and across the state. But we also recognize that this moment reaches beyond our politics as usual. It speaks to the shared humanity and to the kind of North Carolina we want to leave behind for the next generation. So, as the sun will soon set on another Pride Month, Haywood County, I invite all of us to move forward together with clear minds, open hearts, and above all, a commitment to building a state where everyone in every town and every zip code can live without fear and love without apology. Thank you very much. Happy Pride.
Next, we have James Whalen from the Court of Appeals, who helped count the votes for Allison Riggs to be moved into her rightful position.
We've come a long way, but we have a long way to go, and the sun's hot, so I'll be quick. James Whalen, I'm a former member of Josh Stein's Department of Justice, and earlier this year, as our host said, I was part of the legal team that did not rest until every vote counted, and Allison Riggs was properly installed as a member of our North Carolina Supreme Court. When I graduated law school, I said I wanted to use my law degree to defend the Constitution and our fundamental rights, and that's what I've gotten to do. But doing it as an attorney is not good enough when we've got state courts that will not uphold those rights, no matter the law, no matter the facts, no matter the argument. We got to have a change in the court. There's an open seat. As Judge Haywood said, I'm running for it. I'd love your support. We've got to defend all of our rights. The right to love who you love, the right to make your own healthcare decisions about your own body, the right to use the bathroom without some government investigator trying to figure out what's on your birth certificate. We have worked hard to secure those rights, and we need judges who will defend them. That's why I'm running. That's why I support Justice Riggs and Justice Earls and Judge Hampson and, of course, Judge Haywood most of all, and I think it's high time we send them some reinforcements. We need a new generation of judges, attorneys who have been on the battlefield, who know what this moment is about, who have defended the Constitution in court and won, and we need that to start now. There will be a primary in March. There will be a general election next November. I hope to have your support. Thanks so much. James Whalen. Like the big fish with an N at the end.
All right. So next, we just want to honor our sponsor of the year, the Haywood Democrats. Sybil is our chair of the Haywood Democrats, Sybil Mann. Sybil, come up here. All right, so in super gay fashion, I wanted to have our sponsor of the year wear a sash, but none of them were gay enough, so I asked Mandy Wildman of Up Love Bridal to make us our own yearly sash. And so here it is, a homemade sash, and it is beautiful. Definitely go visit Up Love Bridal. They've done all of my measurements and altering for more masculine wear. And so... All right. Thank you, Haywood Democrats. We're gonna end this off with Julia Buckner and Helen Ride. Julia Buckner is the power behind the flags here down Main Street. They do so many things that they forgot to send in their bio, so I made one up for them. Julia can often be found on her back patio, is late sending in her bio because she does too many things for the community, and enjoys a mimosa at any time of the day. Julia?
Happy Pride, y'all. 16 years. 16 years, that's how long Nex Benedict lived. 8 million minutes, 500 million seconds. A quiet, creative, non-binary teenager from Oklahoma who loved Minecraft, chemistry, and their mom. They were beaten in his school bathroom. The next day, they collapsed and died, and the state called it suicide. I'm going to call it what I know it is, the unbearable weight of being queer in a world that keeps pretending we don't exist. Nex was 16, alive for hundreds of millions of heartbeats, yet never ever given the chance to truly breathe. I think about that number a lot, those stolen moments, because about the same age, I sat through altar call after altar call at my little tiny Western North Carolina Southern Baptist church. And my Aunt Diane would hop on the piano and she would play Just As I Am, right, on the piano. And we'd stretch out every single verse like it was the last invitation God was ever going to give us. 6 verses, 6 chances to get right with God. And every time I stayed rooted in the pew, praying not to be loved, not to be known, but dear God, fix me. Because I believed what they told me. I believed that being who I was a sin. I remember looking at myself in the mirror and saying, "You're lying to them, Julia. You're lying to yourself, Julia." In high school, they called me Leslie. I didn't even know it was a lesbian slur until a friend told me. I just knew it didn't feel safe. And then years later, I became a teacher. And every day I stood in front of a classroom, still pretending, still not fully out. And every day I did that, I missed the chance to be a witness. I missed the chance to show that survival is possible. I missed the chance to be for someone else what I needed when I was 16. And here's the truth. Next is not the only one we have lost. We've lost Polly Likens, a 14-year-old trans girl whose body was found dismembered in Pennsylvania. We lost Cameron Thompson, 18, who was shot and killed in Alabama. River Goddard, 17, non-binary, stabbed to death in Massachusetts. Jaslyn Johnson, 18, gunned down in Las Vegas. And there are many, many others who didn't make the headlines, and they carried that same unbearable weight until it crushed them. But today's not about grief, and it is not about weight. Today is about refusal. We refuse to disappear. We refuse to be erased. We refuse to live quietly waiting for the world to be ready, because we are ready now. So we will march today. Raise your hands if you're going to march today. We are going to march with pride and purpose. We are going to hold our heads up high, not just because we are proud, but because someone is watching. There is someone here who doesn't feel safe yet. There is someone here who still feels Leslie whispered through the halls of the schoolrooms. There is someone here who still sits through those verses of just as I am, praying to be someone else. And so we're going to march today so that they know they are not alone. I want you to turn to somebody and say, "You are not alone." I want you to march because you are not broken. Turn to somebody and say, "You are not broken. You are not broken." We're going to march today so everyone will know we have one another's backs. Look at somebody and say, "I got your back." We are not going anywhere. We are here. We are queer. We are loud. We are proud. And we are marching today so nobody ever has to walk alone. Thank you.
Amen. My name is Helen Ride. My pronouns are they, them. I've been in North Carolina for 10 years. You may notice I didn't grow up here. And I would like to offer us this blessing for Pride. As we gather here today, those of us so excited to be among our queer family, those of us driving through or walking by and curious about the crowds and the rainbows flying. And yes, even those of us who will see our joy and will sadly be repelled by it, be scared of it. Even those who might reject it and may even protest it. For all of us here today, may kindness inhabit everything. Kind words, kind deeds, kind hearts. May patience and gentleness guide us. May peace rest over us, surround us, and protect us. May exuberant, expansive, and overflowing joy fill our lungs with laughter. And finally, may the love as large as this universe spread itself over and into everything. May each person here present know ourselves to be completely, fully, and entirely beloved, no exceptions. And may we each see and behold this belovedness in every single human we meet. May the love we share today rise up and spread like a rainbow glittery cloud over this whole county, over this state, over this nation. May this inextinguishable love bring us to our senses and bring us to each other in compassion and kindness and care. May love live through us today and every day. Amen.
All right, everybody, that concludes our speeches. We're going to get started with the parade. If you are in a parade number, you'll go find your seat now. You'll see these cars in front of the courthouse. They're called security cars. They're led by your